This guy has been named Elvis by the dive shops. He is the size of a large dog and can only fit in one spot in the reef. He is very friendly.
Second dive of the day. Now we're waiting for the boat.
Hopefully it shows up.
That's always the worry, right?
It would be the worst swim, for sure.
Yeah. Alright, so Justin and I, we just finished up our third dive of the day, so it was pretty awesome.
And it's been cloudy all day, and the sun literally came out immediately after our third and final dive ended. But anyway, I digress.
The third dive, there was like so much trash in it, in the water. It was ridiculous. So we were picking up just bags and bags and cans and just trash galore. So it made me think of the people that are living here. And I asked our dive master about the people, because obviously it's their trash that's in the ground and in the ocean. And she said that these people here are not considered Malaysian, even though the island of Mabul is a Malaysian island. They're considered Majau, I think she said, where they're considered unrecognized people, so they literally don't have a country, which the benefit of that is they don't have to pay any taxes. But they can't literally get any jobs in Malaysia at all, so they can't work. And as you can see, they're really impoverished. Like, zoom in on some of those huts on the stilts. Like, they're literally pieced together with plywood or tin or aluminum or whatever. And there's just trash under all the stilt houses. And of course that gets taken by the water. Right there, there's this plastic bag that I'm sure jellyfish or that a turtle's gonna choke on. So.
Yeah, our dive master said that the dive shop, the dive resort, has tried to employ these people, and they've been fined for it before because they're not legally allowed to work in Malaysia, even though this is Malaysian land. This area is like sort of near the border between Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines, so it's kind of been disputed in the past, even though today it's recognized as Malaysia with literal dispute. But
so I asked if they, if this resort that we're staying at has done anything, because they're huge on conservation and things like that and helping out turtles. She said that they've encouraged them to use trash bins. They took them because they were free, so the resort gave it to them. And the people here, the Manchu people, started using it as storage bins. So they said, no. So they tried giving them education classes. Didn't work. And then they said, like, here's some big dumpsters. Put all your trash in it, and we'll remove it off the island free of charge. But the people said, we'll only do that if you pay us. Which is greedy, but at the same time, they can't work at all. So they're trying desperately to get money any way. So I don't know, it's really sad. And if you saw the ocean today, like, it's upsetting and it's just absolutely terrible. And like, we finally found like a dive resort area that is trying to help, and it's just kind of like a lose-lose battle.
So this is our last day of diving. We are going to an island called Amil. It's supposed to be really awesome. Not as good as Sipidan, but maybe second to Sipidan. This is kind of like the jetty that we get our gear. We have down here. We get the gear from there. People in there. That oil rig out there is actually a hotel that was converted into a hotel from an old oil rig, which seems kind of cool, but someone told us it's actually not very good to stay on, which makes sense because then you're stuck on it rather than being on the resort here where you can kind of walk around. So yeah, we have 3 more dives and then we go back to the lovely city of Semporna. I say that with the utmost sarcasm.
I can tell.
It's terrible.
For a second.
Go. Last dive. Really sad about that. It's gonna be a monk dive, so that'll be cool.
So we're in Semporna, and this is our hostel room. It's 10 beds, and here's the view. So lovely. Justin and I really dislike this town very strongly, and we're anxious to get out. There's not much to do, and it's really filthy. So yeah. So here's the irrigation system, and this is where we saw the monitor lizard. Just for reference, since my foot is here, it's pretty big. Can't even begin to describe the smells that are here. There's just literally trash everywhere. And there seems to be like some sort of a fish market over here. So it smells like fish and rotten fish, rotten bananas and fruit, and also fresh bananas. So the smells are a bit overwhelming. So they make it a point a lot of times to clean up their sidewalks. But if you notice, like if there's a crack in the ground at all, hello. If there's a crack in the ground at all, they just kind of seem to put their trash in it. Happy faces. Our time with Scuba Junkie was absolutely tremendous. Scuba Junkie prides themselves on their conservation efforts, which include trash collection, shark finning awareness, running a turtle hatchery, and preservation of the beautiful reefs. Overall, we did 13 dives in 4 days, including the world-famous Sibadan, where we saw over 30 sharks, including a hammerhead. A sad and unexpected part of our experience was hearing dynamite fishing while diving, which is responsible for indiscriminately destroying thousand-year-old coral and all marine life in its proximity, merely for an easy, quick buck. Also alarming was the amount of trash that unfortunately blankets the habitat and suffocates the marine life that ingests it. Life underwater is beautiful, sacred, and demands respect. Your trash ends up somewhere. Please think about that.